tenets of successful man-up offense. I've been coaching youth for a lot of years, and I always like it when a team's doing an extra man and they're running a play. And the kid doesn't go the right way, or the dad's yelling at the son, or whatever happens, and the ball goes down, and it goes on the other end of the field, and I routinely hear this, double the ball. And I say to myself, I wonder how many times they practice doubling the ball on man-up. Most likely not very often. So I'll get to that in a little bit. The big thing about having successful EMO, and it's hard. When you have youth team, you know, I can sit here and talk X's and O's all day with people. But, you know, when you got a youth practice and you got 13 guys, how important is man up? You know, you got guys who can't pass and catch and things like that. So I'm going to try to balance things so it makes sense for everybody that's in the room. You know, personnel. It's nice to have lefties and righties, you know, perfect world, maybe 3 and 3. But, you know, you could have a whole team of all right-handed players. You know, luckily, sometimes you get some lefties. And then there's guys, you know, shooters. You know, I had a guy who probably shot the ball, this was years ago, he's at Michigan now. He shot the ball over 100 miles an hour, no question. He really had that shot. But he couldn't get it out of his stick to move it. We couldn't put him on man up. We couldn't get the ball to him because once it got there, it wasn't going anywhere else. And so he just couldn't get the ball out of his stick quick enough. And then, you know, your distributors, the guys who can, you know, find people, who see the skip lane and things like that. And this can be high level for youth. And then your inside guys, you know, I went over to Maryland's practice the other day and I was watching, I think his name's Carlson. Is that right, Carlson? You know Mark? Yeah, Carlson. And he's one of those guys who's inside. There is no bad pass for him. You throw it anywhere near him, he's going to grab it, either hand, and he's going to put it in the hoop. You know, so once in a while you find that kid, you're like, I don't know, and you put him inside and he's at home there. So personnel is a big thing. You know, what do you have? Make sure you have a backup at each spot. You know, that's, again, can be hard at the youth level. I only have 6 guys that can pass and catch. I'm not going to have backups. But it's important if you're in high school that you have backups. I'll never forget, we were in a big game a few years ago, and I had some backups, but the backup was hurt. And a guy went down, and we had a man up, and it was an 8-8 game. And I'm like, oh. So I got to call timeout, and I'm trying to draw something. I was like, you know, shame on me. My job as the coach is to have them prepared, and we weren't prepared. So that's a big thing. If you can get the personnel to know different spots and things like that. Formations versus plays. When I coach against the youth teams, I don't coach too often because I'm the director, kind of like Matt, and I'll help out different teams. But I'll watch a team, and there's some really good teams in this NYPLL league. You know, Mad Lax, the Crabs. There's some good teams. There's a team down here, I don't know all the names, Zingos and stuff like that. And they're really good teams. But you watch them in the first half, they run a play, and you go over to help in the second half, and he's like, just shut 12 off. They don't know what to do. They're like, oh, you're shut, go inside. And you're like, you know, just shut off the right wing. And it just really creates havoc, particularly in the youth league. And you can get burned, too. They make one pass to the guy on the left, and he sticks it in the corner. Like, that shut worked wonderful. So formations versus plays. I've always been a big formation guy. I think you can run a play, but at the collegiate level, you run a play, everybody gets the film on it, and that play's dead. As soon as they see the guy cutting through, they're like, 16's a shooter, watch the slip, the pick and slip. And that's the big thing. So switching formations is big, you know, and what's going on in the collegiate game right now, and that's generally what we try to emulate and imitate, is what we see at the high school and collegiate level, at the collegiate level to high school level to the youth. And a lot of switching of formations if you watch really good teams play, and disguising the looks. So there's a lot of pick, seal, and then slip it. And I got a quick video I'm going to show. I talked to Adam Gettleman, who's up at Harvard as their defensive coach, and I said, you know, what's the hardest thing for you to defend? And he goes, the double cut. I was like, geez, I played 1,000 years ago, and we had a play that had a double cut in it. And so I was like, well, send me the clip on that. And you'll see it's Duke. I don't know who they're playing. He might have it on here. It might show up. It's Duke playing. It's great to watch Duke EMO. You know, they got 6 All-Americans on the field. They got, you know, Miles Jones at the top of the 1-3-1. He shoots the ball 100 miles an hour, both hands. So, you know, it's nice to show you the Duke EMO clip. It's probably not very relevant to anybody in the room. Like, I don't have guys like that. But what I want to show you is how they switch formations. And that's something that we can do, even at the youth level and the high school level. You can switch formations. And you disguise people. You know, you maybe put your lefty inside and then you roll him out to where he's most comfortable on the wing and things like that. You know, getting your personnel, starting them somewhere, and then getting the personnel to switch and rotate where you really want them to be. So I got one little clip of showing their double cut. Here we go. I won't go to the big screen. Open set, and you're going to see the double cut. They're going to switch their formation. Jones will end up top. Just moving the ball. This is what they call their 10 fast. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And now they're going to move, and they're going to get, there's a slip. Pick and slip, and they're going to end up picking this, well, they throw the ball away there. But that's a little clip of a double cut right there.